Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. Okay, so tonight I want to give you guys some good news before I give y'all some more R. Kelly news. It looks like Cyntoia Brown has been granted clemency, and she will be a free woman very soon. I did a story on this a while ago, and there was a couple people who hit me up who wanted me to do an update on the story. And I didn't feel like it was that much more to update from when I had did the story. And when I talked about this again, I wanted this to be a situation where, there was a major update and more leg room in the story for me to share with you guys. So now that she has been granted clemency, I am happy to share that with you guys and give you guys the good news. If you guys are not familiar with Cyntoia Brown's story, basically she is a sex trafficking victim who killed one of her Johns. And I'm going to share with you guys the news article that details about her being granted this clemency, and then I'm going to share you guys footage of a documentary that was done where she talked about, the incident that happened and what got her incarcerated and everything like that. So thank you guys so much. For those of you who are tuned in right now, I'm going to now go on over to the website that talks a little bit more in detail about her clemency. And then once I read to you guys what's going on with her clemency, then I'm going to show you guys the footage from the documentary. So what is this? The New York Times, they posted a story. No, Times New York, they posted the story about her being granted clemency. And let me put it up on the screen. Okay, and let me bring myself down. All right, there we good to go. Let me bring this down. Okay, so Cyntoia Brown is granted clemency in the case that drew national spotlight. And below it says sex trafficking. Hold up. It's not matching up on the screen what I'm reading. Okay, there we go. So below it says, Cyntoia Brown, a sex trafficking victim who was serving a life sentence for killing a man when she was 16 during her clemency hearing in Nashville last year, she was granted clemency on Monday, will be released to supervised parole in August. So then it goes on to say, I don't know why, okay. So what I'm reading, it's not all the way showing up here. Okay. Governor Bill Haslam of Tennessee on Monday granted clemency to Cyntoia Brown, commuting her life sentence for killing a man who had hired her for sex when she was a teenage trafficking victim. Ms. Brown will be released to supervised parole on August 7th, said Governor Haslam, who will leave office later this month. She will have served 15 years in prison. Cyntoia Brown committed by her own admission a horrific crime at the age of 16. Governor Haslam said, yet imposing a life sentence on a juvenile that would require her to serve at least 51 years before even being eligible for parole consideration is too harsh, especially in the light of the extraordinary steps Ms. Brown has taken to rebuild her life. So if you guys are familiar with the story, then you know that she decided to definitely try to rebuild her life. She went to college. She got her GED while behind bars. She got her associate's degree while behind bars. And she also is on track to getting her bachelor's degree. So she has been very adamant with trying to, turn her life around and be a better person. She came from a horrible, horrible background. And I believe that there is generational curses that is passed down. And if you guys looked at the documentary that was centered around her, then you would know that it has been a long line of lineage of bad generational things that is being passed down, from like suicide attempts to just poverty to all kinds of things. So it's something that's really cool that she's able to turn this negative into a positive. I'm going to show you guys the pieces of the documentary that they had, that I had showed on my channel when I covered this. And I want to know what you guys think about it, because I'm ecstatic that she's finally able to go free, because it has been a long time coming. So let me put that up on the screen for you guys. And then let me see. Let me move this around. Ah. Okay, let me bring this down so that this, okay. So this is the video, and this is where I covered it on my page because there was a lot of different celebrities that was advocating for her release. And I want to watch this along with you guys. So let me just get the positioning right. And sorry when I'm going live, you know, sometimes my stuff works out and then sometimes it be tripping. But let's watch this together. Little scenes of her talking about her growing up and her talking about how she got involved with the pimp and how things happen in that manner. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now. You know, it's sad. It's very, very sad, you know? Here's a little clip that I'm going to share with you about Cyntoia Brown.
Is your biological mother? Yeah. Gina, as in Gina?
Georgina.
Okay. But, how old is she, do you think?
She's probably 32.
Yeah, do you know how to tell?
Huh? Because she had me when she was about 16.
Right. That's right. Does that seem sort of funny to you that your mom was 16 and now you're 16? Does that?
I guess.
Does that seem sort of strange?
Yeah. I guess.
Tell me about these people, your adoptive mom and dad. What are they like?
Mom, she nags a lot, but she's a sweet person, but she wants me to be perfect and like her daughter.
So I'm going to pause it right there because being that she's granted clemency, they're probably going to be flagging this video a lot more strictly. So basically, she came from a broken home and she was adopted by this adoptive mother. And there was also a father that was in the home. And so when he talks about what her mother is like, she's talking about, one, her biological mother in some instances, and then she's talking about her foster mother in other instances. So I just wanted to pause that to let you guys know that, and because I know they're going to be tripping about this video a little bit more harshly.
And my dad's an asshole. That's the only word you need to describe him.
Like what do you mean? What would he do?
Like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it, and stuff like that.
And she's talking about her foster father.
Sometimes he had no reason. He would actually say, I swear for God, because I felt like it.
I'm sorry, he said what?
Because I felt like it when I asked him why he hit me.
Oh, I see. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
What's this guy cut? What's his real name?
Gary and McLean.
So how long were you living with him?
For like 3 weeks.
And then what was he like?
Different hotels. I don't know, one time.
Okay, so just to clarify, the guy cut that they're talking about, because she's going to start talking about two different guys. The guy cut that she's talking about was her pimp. So this guy is the guy who like pimped her out and took her to John's and, you know, things like that. So she's talking about how she was with him for 3 weeks. And then that led up to her meeting the John who she ended up killing.
The first time he did something to me is when he choked me and I passed out. Because he said I thought he was a joke.
What else did he do to you?
He talked real bad to me and jacked me up. He pulled me by my hair and jacked me and stuff. He put guns up me, told me to strap and stuff like that. You know, that would be.
Did you ever have?
Hey guys, you guys are waiting on the books. I mean, the response to the book program that we're doing has been unbelievable.
Have sex with the guys?
When I cut the fucking gun up to me, I did.
Did he have sex with you too?
Yeah, he had sex with me. Sometimes I don't want to have sex with him. He'd stuff like me. I'd be crying and everything.
So how come you stayed with him?
You're not listening. I'm making him money. He wasn't gonna let me go nowhere. He told me he'd kill me. He knows where my mom lives. And I know the dude told me to almost passed out. He's not afraid to kill me.
Well, I'm going to talk to Kathy Evans. And
okay, some of you guys in the chat are asking how old she is now. I believe she's in her 30s, I want to say. She's 30 right now. So, yeah, so she's in her 30s. She got convicted when she was 16. and she's been in there 15 years. So there's a missing year somewhere in there. But according to this article, it says that she is 30 years old. And, you know, she got a lot of support by a lot of celebrities. A lot of celebrities wanted to try their best to try to get her out. But outside of celebrities, there was a lot of activists who did a lot of legwork to try to get this woman free as well. I'm going to play a little bit more of it for you guys, but I just wanted to share that for some of you guys who I've seen asking in the comments about how old she was.
And then we're going to try to do something that might help you out when you go to court. Okay?
Thank you.
I said, well, let's talk about, there are people that there are times that you really, really like somebody, and then something happens, and then you don't like them. And she says, yeah, that's me. That's what I do. That people will be nice to you, and then they'll be bad to you. I mean, that's the way people are. In other words, her perception of life is that everybody's like that. In other words, she doesn't see that she's the one who's casting people in these roles, that she sees, as far as she can tell, that's the way people are. Now, how did this manifest itself when this guy, Johnny, was killed? See, I think that some of these characteristics affected the behavior, specifically her affective instability, in other words, becoming.
So that is the psychologist who tried to help her in this case, and he tried to give a good letter of recommendations to try to explain to the court that, you know, the way that she was brought up was like conducive to the way that she thought, and that was a reason behind a lot of her actions. And of course, at the time she was young, so I think he was pushing for her to be tried as a child, but she was in turn tried as an adult because she was 16 years old. And they continue to discuss different things. And if you guys want to see this video, if you go to my channel and you type in Nique at Night, and then you search Cyntoia Brown, this video will probably pop up, and then that video will pop up, and then you'll see it without me pausing it. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just pausing it because I know.
Suddenly frightened about the situation she was in, and her paranoia, which is part of this condition. So I think it's possible to say that the criminal act was related to her personality disorder. Her biological mother's side of the family is extremely heavily loaded with psychiatric disorders.
Bipolar, personality disorder, suicidal, manic depressive.
This woman right here is her biological mother, and in court, the people who testified was her biological mother and her foster mother, like I was saying. So this is her biological mother, and she's going to give her accounts. I don't know how much I put in here, but she's going to give her accounts of, like, her upbringing and things like that. If you guys haven't seen the documentary of Cyntoia Brown, I recommend you guys to see it. It's very, very, very deep. I will say it's deep. It's crazy.
Which is in guarded condition. At times I've had homicidal thoughts for people that have hurt me.
I need motivation. I turn around and I look over here at this beautiful.
I've been raped, and I've always, wanted to do things to them for hurting me. And
let me ask you this: you actually attempted suicide in the past?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this tattoo on your arm?
Suicide.
And Dr. Burnett will address, but is there a history of suicide throughout your family? Actual suicides?
My mom shot herself in front of me when I was in 2nd grade. Her sister, which is my aunt, just killed herself with a shotgun. My grandpa, he shot himself in the head. My Aunt Shirley, she's tried to kill herself God knows how many times.
So that's the half having to do with genetics. The half having to do with early development is interesting in the sense that, you know, the basic theory is that people have trouble during achieving these first two stages of life, and that's.
So, yeah, again, so that was her mom displaying all of the generational issues that they've had passed down from her mom and her aunt, and, you know, all of that being prevalent. And so they tried to use all of that to make their case to show that psychologically there was something wrong with her. And on top of that, her early beginnings is also a part of the influence in her behavior and why she got led down that path. It's very sad and unfortunate what happened to her and where her life led her, but it's very, very much a joyous day that she is able to be let go eventually. She doesn't get to be let go right away. She has to wait until August, but she'll be let go and she'll be set free because she is in essence a victim. She was a victim of sex trafficking, and although she did a bad thing while being a victim, you know, it's crazy.
Ages 0 to 3 or 4, and that's exactly the point in Cyntoia's life that was just totally messed up. First of all, she lived with a number of different people. I mean, I was trying to keep track of the different caretakers, but I mean, there were 6 or 7 different people who took care of Cyntoia, and this meant comings and goings and separations. And at one point, she was kidnapped by a family member, and she felt like she had been abandoned by the other mother. I mean, this is exactly the kinds of problems that would create failure to achieve the attachment and then the healthy separation.
Okay, that's just a piece of her story. Okay, so I guess that's where I stopped it at on my video. But yeah, it's a very interesting story. You guys should definitely check it out. And I am very happy to report that she is now being granted clemency and will be a free woman very soon in August. Y'all know these months fly by very fast, and she'll be out before she knows it. She's still 30 years old, so she has a lot of life left to live. She lost the best years of her life behind bars, but you know, she still has a long road ahead, and I'm sure it's gonna be a hard adjustment to get back into society and, you know, doing things, but you know, she'll make it. There's several stories like Cyntoia. There was another woman who lived around the area that I am from. I'm from California, and there is this area called Riverside. And in that area, there was this other woman who also ended up killing her pimp, and she was eventually let free. And she got let free after, I think she was around 30 years old too, or something close to that, when she got let free and everything like that. And her story was sad as well. I can't think of her name right off the bat. I think it might be like Linda something, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to say the wrong name. But these types of stories happen very, very frequently. People prey on these women who come from broken homes. They prey on these women who, you know, have weak minds. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't really have much guidance. They feel like nobody loves them. Cyntoia Brown is a woman who, she came from her, like she went from her mom, and then she went to like this other family, and she was like in a foster home, and she felt abandoned by the father who was in the foster home, and then the mother of the foster mother had her own biological children. So she's competing for love and attention with the foster mom and the bio daughter of the foster mom, feeling like, you know, you love her more than me. It's a competition, you know. So all her life she's trying to fight for acceptance. And there is so many girls that grow up like this. It's very sad and unfortunate. But I'm glad that justice was able to prevail in this situation. The governor of Tennessee, I believe he only had a few more days left on his term of governor. And before he decided to walk out of his position, not walk out of his position, but before his position was all the way done, he decided to grant her clemency. He had already granted, like, I believe a couple other people clemency too. So, and everybody was like, what about Cyntoia? What about Cyntoia? And it was looking like it was kind of like the end of the road for her, and that she was not going to get clemency because there were so many other people who were granted clemency, from like Trump, and just like different people were granted clemency here and there. And Cyntoia's story seemed to always fall on the wayside. Like there wasn't really much hope for her. And there was a lot of people, like I said, a lot of celebrities who advocated for her. And so I'm very happy to report that. And it's just something sad. I guess I can share with you guys some of the posts that some of these celebrities had to say in response to her being granted clemency. And then I'll close out this video. So right here, this is Jada, right here, this is a post from Jada Pinkett Smith, who reacted to the news of Cyntoia being freed. And it says, Cyntoia will be freed. Thank you to Governor Bill Haslam and everyone that fought for, shine light on, posted, signed petition, and so on to make this happen. And then Meek Mill also posted a post, and he says, Cyntoia Brown granted clemency. Shout out to the people that use their voice. It really matters. Also, another person that tweeted out was Sin Santana, who is Joe Budden's other half. And she tweeted out and she said, today is a good day. Cyntoia Brown will be released on parole in August. She will get to start over, a new life with so much support. She deserves this. A lot I want to say, but for now, thank you, God, and God bless you, Cyntoia. Also, Kim Kardashian posted a tweet, and she posted the hand clap emoji saying, thank you, Governor Haslan. Back around the time, I don't see them posting anything from Rihanna, but back around this time, Rihanna also had her share of trying to get justice for Cyntoia as well. She posted her on her social media back when I covered this story, and she shed light on the situation, and it went viral again. And so there were so many celebrities that helped out and tried to get her free. It wasn't just one person that deserves the praise. It was a community. It was people signing petitions. It was a lot of people who helped this young girl get free, or will soon be free. So I just wanted to come report that to you guys and give you guys that update. I am going to post some more videos. Now I have a couple to do about R. Kelly. And then, so I'll see y'all back. Those of you guys who did not catch this video live, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel already. Make sure to hit the like button and share my videos. I know I be messing up when I be going live and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get it together, okay? All of y'all that's dragging me in the comments, I'm going to get it together, okay? I ain't at home right now. I ain't got my normal equipment in front of me. So, I'll get it together while I shake my weed back and forth. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.